I purchased this plant and I was like, I don't know, is this calathea gonna come in super happy or is this gonna be all messed up? Hi, I'm Lauren. I am that awkward plant girl. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for subscribing. I see you guys out there. You guys are making my day. I really appreciate it. You guys are the reason why I keep doing this whole crazy YouTube thing. So thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. We are all about the planty awesomeness here. With lockdown happening again in a lot of places, online plant shopping has skyrocketed yet again. We get to support a global planty community and global sellers, and that is just so cool. That really is amazing. It's one of the most amazing things about the plant community. But unfortunately, with that comes scammers and people who don't know what they're doing, and mistakes in buying and mistakes in selling. And I just want to clear all of those things up today as much as possible. And if you have anything to add or any questions, please leave down in the comment section. The only way that we are all going to get better and cut off the people who are trying to do bad things is by sticking together as a community and sharing our knowledge. So that is what I intend to do today. And I want to take you guys along with me, kind of in a pseudo plant shopping, how I would shop for plants online. I did want to add that this is in no way intending to shame or bash anyone in particular. Any of the businesses that I mentioned here today, this is not a reflection on them. This is just how I would look at it as a consumer, and one way that you could look at it as a consumer, and just different things that I personally take into consideration when buying my plants. And I do have to say that with purchasing about half of my collection online, not in person, I have had 3 plants in total that have not survived from a mail order, and it was not from a small seller. It was not from a small plant community member. It was not from a one-on-one trade. It was a purchase from a big box store supplier. But yes, all of my actual Etsy purchases or Facebook purchases have come in completely intact based on these methods that I'm going to show you today. So with that said, let's take a look at what we can all be doing to help everyone get their planty joy in whatever way they get their planty joy. The first step to being able to responsibly purchase plants online is to know what plant you want. And basically what that means is you go and you research your plant. Like, for example, if you I don't even know. I'm having trouble picking a plant here. There's so many dang plants. Okay, for example, I ordered this plant online a couple of weeks ago. Calatheas are known to not ship very well at all. This seller did an amazing job of packaging it. He did a fantastic job of taking care of it when he had it. All of his sales are 5-star sales. He shipped it bare root to me, but you can see that just in a couple of weeks, it's already got 2 leaves unfurling for me. But you can see it's totally perfect and beautiful. But when I went to go and purchase this plant, I knew that I wanted this plant. So I went and I looked it up and I researched the prices, and I wasn't happy with the prices at the time, so I waited. I waited months, months and months and months. So, and then eventually I found a great seller on Etsy, and he had it for a great price. He had it for a great size pot. He had great reviews and just all around amazing, right? And I purchased this plant and I was like, I don't know, is this calathea gonna come in super happy or is this gonna be all messed up? No, it came in amazing. And you know what I did? I went and I bought 3 more plants from that guy because he did such an amazing job. And that is what makes a good plant seller, honestly. So when you are going to buy a plant online, you need to know the plant. You need to know if you're getting a good deal on the price. You need to know what size you're looking for. You need to know, is this variegation going to be stable? Learn your plant, okay? It's going to be yours. You're going to take care of it. You need to learn it. After you learn your plant, then you go and you find a shop. I have my specific favorite shops to buy from that I've previously purchased from. If the plant I am looking for is not in that shop, then I will go and I will type it into Etsy. I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. But I will type the plant into Etsy. I always use the Latin name and the common name just to check. Most of the reputable sellers are going to use Latin names, but a smart scammer could easily Google a Latin name as well. So don't just assume because someone uses a Latin name that it is going to be, you know, someone who is reputable. You want to make sure. Like, I'm sure I could go and type in specific calathea or whatever into a Facebook marketplace, and some of those sellers would have it there and be total scams or not know what they're doing. Honestly, I would only buy from Facebook Marketplace if you know the seller, or the seller has a lot of credibility in whatever group you're in. It's already been socially vetted for you. Friend of a friend type of deal. Not this complete and total stranger from God knows where is going to send you a plant you don't even know. And you absolutely have the right to request extra pictures. If you are going to spend money on a plant, please ask questions. Get to know the seller better, especially if it is somewhere like Facebook Marketplace. Another thing to consider when you are choosing a shop, you don't look at just the reviews. You don't look at just how the pictures look, because people can take really good pictures and have them not be that great at all. Check and see the descriptions of the plants. Do they know the plant? Do they know how to take care of it? Did they put the effort into describing it? Are they going to provide a heat pack with it? Because it's wintertime, and any reputable seller that wants their plant to get to you alive is going to either offer a heat pack for purchase, or they are going to include a heat pack for free. And it is your responsibility, if you want your plant to get to you, to make sure that it is going to have that heat pack. And if you are in the summertime, you want to make sure that if it's going to be sitting outside or something like that, that you request some type of thermal covering, or make sure that it's going to be insulated a little bit better. I know you can use bubble wrap. And then you also want to make sure that you're home on time to get it, or that you have it in a building with some type of temperature control, like a P.O. box post office building, or wherever you can get. There's a whole bunch of different places where you can get some type of P.O. box. So if it's just going to be left on your porch and you're not going to be home for it, you could be risking damage, and that is a consumer issue, not a seller issue. I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with me on that, but the reality is once a seller wraps it all up, does everything that you have requested and purchased, puts it in the mail and ships it to you, it's on you to be there to get it. And it's going to be on the post office to make sure that it gets there at all. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to be fair and realistic to everybody, because I don't want any bad feelings about any plant purchases. Plant purchase is supposed to be a happy, amazing thing. It's supposed to be packaged really well. The post office is supposed to deliver it, you know, and then you're supposed to be there to receive it so that the plant is not left there, you know. We don't want a box of plants just chilling in the snow. But at the same time, the post office doesn't want to get yelled at because they didn't deliver it either. So it's just, everybody's got to do their part, and I'm just saying the parts that everybody's supposed to be doing. Please don't roast me in the comments unless you really, really disagree. And now there have been issues with the Postal Service. We have had things returned when they didn't even try to deliver them. So I get it that there are balls dropped. I totally get that. I am just saying that if everybody else does their part, then we as consumers need to do our part too. And part of that is being there for our plant shipments. And the other part of that is properly vetting the shop that we're buying from. We might as well take a dollar bill, shove it in the toilet, and flush it. And there goes the money. That is what happens when we spend money in non-reputable shops, in shops that are clearly damaged or not set up properly, or things that are probably scams, and then we don't do our part to be there to grab the package when it's delivered either. Now that I've gone on that tangent, sorry. Anyway, let me grab my phone and I will screen record for you. We'll go over the shops together and we'll talk about all the different things to look for when we're actually shopping for a plant. Alright, so let's take a look. Some Dischidia. I saw this on Instagram and fell in love, so I want to check it out. Purely selfish motivations. This one looks good. California Tropicals, shopped with them before. They're good. It specifically says 2-inch in the thing, in the title. And then we're going to go, it says to favorite, it says how they ship it, says that they refund. Let's look at another one. Let's look at this one over here. $5, can't beat that, right? So plant looks kind of good. It's got a couple pictures, which is good. It's got some sales. Not really any details, though. In a 2-inch pot, is it a rooted cutting? Does it come with a heat pack? When are you shipping it? I mean, it looks good, but this would be kind of hit or miss. I would like more information as a seller. Like, when was it fertilized? Have you done anything with it? What's it sitting in? Will it be shipped bare rooted or will it be shipped in the pot? I don't know. I mean, $5 is a great deal, even if I pay shipping, but there's just not enough information for me to make a proper determination. This won't be a hit or miss. It would be kind of risky, especially because I live in a winter climate, so I really need a heat pack or this plant's going to be dead either way. So let's take a look. Let's see how much shipping is. Let's see how much money we would lose if this plant ended up dead. Come on, load. Ugh, that's the one thing about living in the mountains. Everything takes forever. Oh, and Etsy really wants us to buy it. Almost sold out. There we go. All right, so $5 and $12. So it's basically almost $20 for a hit or miss little 2-inch plant. I mean, he's got a lot of good reviews. So this would be, you know, Big Bear, California. So he's in California. He probably didn't even think about the heat pack, honestly. He seems like a nice seller. He's got a little message up there. I would like more information about the plant. Just included in the description. No items were found. No, he doesn't have a heat pack listed in a shop even for us to purchase. So for that one, I would contact the seller and ask about that. Let's take a look at another one. So this one's got a lot of sales, decent price. Heat pack is sold separately, so that's a big thing here. And they're talking about the shipping, which is great. 2 unrooted cuttings of at least 4 nodes in length. So they didn't show cuttings that I saw in the pictures, so that's why it's very important to read the descriptions, because this would be, you know, $16 for 2 cuttings. So, and then we've got to add another $9 on top of that for shipping. So, I mean, yeah. And I'm not trying to price shame. I'm just trying to, like, we have to pay attention to these things as consumers. What are we getting, you know? Like, look at this one here. The item details are fully filled out. They
They talk about how everything is packaged. Not every plant will look exactly like the pictures, all are unique, but we try to keep them consistent. So what is pictured is what we'll get. That tells me that it's a little bit more trustworthy, you know, to buy from. So they've got quite a few pictures. The plant looks good, looks decent. They have good reviews. Everything's filled out. They have a lot of sales, which is great. I know some beginner, you know, places won't have a lot of sales, and that's fine, but they can still have everything filled out, and we can double check their Instagram or whatever to vet them further. This one is $10.50.
The other one I want to do is an albo Syngonium. Just because albo anything I feel like is super highlighted by scammers. It is pretty easy to Photoshop some white on there or some white out on a leaf. It's not so easy to change a leaf shape when you take a picture. So, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It's basically just albos are easier to fake and they're in high demand right now. So scammers are going to use them more than anything else. And I kind of want to go over them just to use as a proper example for you. Okay?
All right, so we've got an albo Syngonium. There's a couple different ones here. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. Basically with these, you want to check the varrigation because they have unstable varrigation. It says it very nice varrigation in the front. They're kind of telling you that it's nice, but you want to know and double check. The description is not fully filled out. It does not say how it will be shipped. It does not say heat pack. It does not say whether you're getting this particular plant or just a cutting. It doesn't give you any of that information. And if you're going to be spending $100 on a plant, then you should know this stuff. You should know exactly what you're getting. So definitely, I mean, they have a lot of sales. That's good. But you definitely want to contact them and ask and double check before you drop that money. Here's another one here. Some variegation. This one's got a lot of good sales too. Bestseller, which means it sold quite a bit. So there's that. This is a fully filled out description. Identically sized to the one in the picture. So it's not going to be that one in the picture. You won't get to see the variegation beforehand. Shipped in 4-inch pots. If you need a heat pack, please let us know. So they're complimentary. They include the heat pack. They care about their plants to some extent. And then you want to check out the shipping, which is only $10. So it's not bad. Honestly, that's not a bad deal. The only thing is I would request specific pictures of the plant because the variegation is not stable in these particular plants. So you want to know exactly which one you're getting so that you don't end up getting something that's going to revert really quickly. Let's take a look at another one. Let's look at this one. I've looked at this one before. Not this particular plant, but this particular shop. So they're in brand new shop, it looks like. Heat pack or no heat pack. $5 is a little excessive for a heat pack, but it makes sense. They're in New York, I believe, so everything is pricey there. Yeah, so that's not bad though. It says live plant, 3-inch pot, so it gives a little bit of information there. I like the pictures. Syngonium too, so the plant that you get is the one that is pictured. So, bombastic. Fully rooted. Extra sun. Keep up the variegation in the sun. So it's telling you how to care for it. Yeah, so this is a fully filled out description. So even though this is a new shop, I would look into its Instagram. And it would be something that I would consider for sure. Provided are the exact plants you will receive. So when it specifies like that, you are protected. You can file a claim with Etsy if you do not get the plant that is pictured. I don't know if it talked about heat pack or not. I didn't see anything about heat pack. Oh, heat pack was in the thingy. That's right. Duh. But yeah, so all in all, good shop. Everything's filled out. Yeah, so this is a beginner startup shop, but you can tell that everything is filled out, and it would just need to be vetted a little bit better, and maybe double check their Instagram. They have everything filled out. They're being consistent with everything. This is a new shop, so this would be a little bit of a risk for something like an albo, but it might be worth it if you're willing to give it a shot. It looks like it would be a good shop.
And that is pretty much it for today. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I hope this helps you a little bit. If you guys have any questions, comments, you want to roast me for whatever, please feel free to drop all of that stuff in the comments below, or DM me on Instagram at that awkward plant girl. I'll go ahead and drop it below like always. Also, I will be making a guide for all of the plant shops that I have purchased from online, so that way you can go take a look and have some pre-vetted shops to kind of go and do. And if you guys have any shops that you have pre-vetted and would like me to add, please DM me on Instagram and let me know, because I would love to be able to support even more of our amazing plant community. Oh, if you are all about the planty awesomeness and you found this video helpful, I'm planning on making more. I try to get one out every Sunday. Please consider subscribing if that is something that you're interested in. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. For today, we are... Alright, anyway. Alright. Thanks so much. Okay, anyway.